many things that he signed 3 years contract with Manchester United. Probably I'm not going to be too much long in Manchester United apart when I'm finished my contract. I really understand, but I like guys that they don't lie, they speak honest, they be frontal. And I'm not negotiate my morals. My morals always will be intact. And what's going in my things the last 2 months was not respect in many ways, which is it I can regret, for example, against Tottenham, to left the stadium before the finish.
Well, there's a video clip which appears to show Ten Hag telling you to get ready to come on, and you gesticulate back to him, I'm not going to do that. And as a result, you get suspended for the next couple of games, and he goes public and says it's because you refused to come on. And you did then issue a statement of some regret, saying, you know, you're a professional and you've never been suspended before, I don't think, in your entire career. I mean, when you look back at that, I guess my question would be, you've always been very acutely aware of your role model status around the world. Do you wish, with hindsight, you hadn't done that and handled it a different way?
Probably. I regret to left the stadium.
Yeah.
But I was, as I told the priest before, I didn't felt that he had respect for me to put me on 3 minutes after the issues that we had before.
And by the way, United was playing like trash. Like, doesn't matter who would come on, they were not going to do much after that. Like, I remember watching that game. It was like they weren't even, they were just like playing with kids in the street.
The fact that he says he regrets it is how professional he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if the coach did that to me 2 to 3 minutes before the game and wants me to come on, and I walked off into the locker room, I'm not gonna say I regret it. I know what I did, and I'm backing up what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't regret it at all, you know?
Yeah. But, and you know, and by him saying that, like you said, it's professional. Right?
Yeah.
Because he like he said at the beginning of the interview, he wants to be the example and show people how to be, you know, respectful leaders, how do you say, and that's a good way to be professional and also take responsibility for his actions, right? Like, okay, sure, I do regret it, shouldn't probably done it, but this is why I did it.
I was very, 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 very disappointing for the communicator of Manchester United, to be honest. I never had a problem with any club, with any coach, and they suspend me 3 days, which is I felt a lot, and it was and level of sport clubs, I felt a lot, and it was a shame.
Was it humiliating for you?
I think so, yes. I have to say the truth, what I felt. I remember I arrived. Well, I don't want to say details what he pretend to do it, but I'm not going to say that. But I remember arriving home and Cristiano see me, Daddy, you not go to the game? I said, no, because the club punished me with 3 days. And he did like, how are they going to punish you if you are the best player in the world? And you're not going to play? I said, no, I'm not going to play because I'm not being, behave.
Aldo, stop lying. Your son likes Messi.
And you look at me like,
what does Messi give to? What does his kid tell Messi? Corner taken fast when Messi yells at him.
My dad, you know, he behave. What? In one way, I was good because I was like more relaxed, but in the same way, I feel very disappointed because, okay, I regret, I apologize. I'm not perfect. I commit a mistake, but suspending 3 days for that, I think it's too much. And they make fire for the press, which is really disappointing.
And that seems to have been the pattern of the way Ten Hag has wanted to treat you since he became manager. Just constant attempts to disrespect you, I guess.
To come back.
Many points happen. I think in some certain points, I think was strategy from the club for me to react like that.
Because they wanted you to leave?
Probably, yes.
They're trying to force you out.
Yes, not only the coach, but the other 2 or 3 guys there around the club.
At the senior executive level.
Yes, that I felt betrayed.
And you think they're trying to get rid of you?
Honestly, I shouldn't say that. I don't know, but listen, I don't care. I'm always, people should listen the truth. Yes, I feel betrayed, and I felt
Because he did this interview, they let him go.
Yeah,
Because after this, they're like they cancel his contract.
yeah,
that some people that don't want me here, not only this year, but last year too.
They didn't want you to go there at all.
No,
Really?
yes. The owners of the club, they listen. They don't.
The Glazers.
The Glazers, they don't care about the club. I mean, professional
They don't care
sports.
about football. They care about making money.
As you know, there's Manchester is a marketing club. They will get his money from the marketing. The sports, it's they don't really care, in my opinion.
Do you ever talk to them, the Glazers?
Never,
Never.
never.
Not since you've gone back.
No, they give all the power to the president, the sport directive.
A lot of Manchester United fans are very negative about the Glazers. They think they're taking all the money out and not spending enough on players, on the infrastructure issues you talked about. Do you think the fans are right?
The fans they're always right. I think the fans should know the truth. Should know that the players, we want the best for the club. I want the best of the club. This is why I'm coming to Manchester United. This is why I love this club. But you have some things inside the club which don't help to Manchester reach the top level as City, Liverpool, and even now Arsenal, for example, which is complicated. It's difficult.
Arsenal too.
It's hard. In my opinion, it will be hard for Manchester to be in the top of the game the next 2-3 years if they don't change.
If the Glazers stay there.
I'm not mean the Glazers, but
The structure.
the structure. As Picasso say, you have to destroy it to rebuild. And if they can start from me, for me, it's not a problem. I'm always gonna say I love Manchester United. I love the fans. They're always on my side.
It's not professional. Yes. You know, if they need to get rid of me to rebuild, do it.
exactly.
But if they want to do it, different era, different generation, they have to change many, many things.
When you walked away at Spurs and didn't go on, Gary Neville said your behaviour was unacceptable, called for you to be punished. He said he knows what he's doing. He's experienced, and players of that power have a real negative impact when they do it. The influence they have on other players is really negative. And it's after that that you.
When he does it is, I think it's funny, you know, like the contrast when he does it. You know, he's not the only one that does it, or that has done things like that. People others have done worse. But when Zlatan does it, he's like praised and a hero, right? That used to just give you some context.
Yeah, and there goes Gary Neville again, his buddy, talking crap about him once again.
Yes, they'll say anything to get a job as ESPN or anywhere, or to be a reporter or make some money off of it.
Gave them the old blank treatment, which was very funny, by the way. But for Neville to say that about you,
They don't see the big picture. Why I react like that? What's happened?
all the behind the scenes,
All the behind the scenes, I was probably not provoked. They will accept to play 3 minutes after the whole situations that going through the last 2 months. Don't tell me that top players, the guys who won everything, the key players will play 3 minutes. Come on, this isn't acceptable. After what they keep saying, expect me, they do this, they do that. For me, it wasn't not respect. This is why I take this decision. I regret. I apologize to my teammates for the situation. I did a post in Instagram. I regret to left from the stadium. I regret my teammates. They know what I felt. I said to them, apologize. But in the same way, I'm not regret to take the decisions to don't coming on. I'm like that. I will be always like that. If you don't have respect for me, I'm never gonna have respect for you. And the coach didn't have respect for me, so this is why the relationship it's in that way. And he keeps saying in the press that he count with me, like me, blah 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 blah. But it's only for the press.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
So where are you now in your head with all this? Because the World Cup is about to start. You're going to go there with Portugal, and we'll talk about that in a moment, with a very exciting team, actually. But where are you with United? They won't be playing again now until after Christmas. That leaves a few days before the January transfer window. Do you think you'll still be a United player come January 1st?
It's difficult to tell her right now, because my mood is right now to the World Cup. It's probably my last World Cup, of course, my 5th World Cup. I don't know what's going to happen after the World Cup. But as I told you before, and I will say again, the fans will be always in my heart. And I hope they being in my side, even if I'm back or if I'm not back or if I stay or whatever. Nobody's perfect. Episodes in the life we all have. Is part of the human beings. It's part of me to be a human being and father as well. I always will commit mistakes, but I don't know. It's hard to tell you right now what's going to happen in the World Cup because my focus is always for the World Cup, for the Portugal national team.
If you had your time again, knowing what was going to happen, would you sign?
At least his Portugal to back him up.
For Manchester United again?
As I told in the beginning, I'm always took my decisions by not emotional moments, but maybe this decision I took by emotional. I'm not regret because I took with 100% conscience, but it was more emotional than rational. Don't know if it makes sense. But it was good. It was good because I was happy when they left me be happy. So I tried to give my advices, my experience to help Manchester United to be where they deserve to be. I don't pretend to be more smart than the other ones. Nobody is smarter than me, but I'm not smarter than nobody. When I arrived in Manchester United, I always be available to help the team to do the good things, to put in the right spots, to compete with the best teams. But it's hard when they cut your legs and they don't like you to shine and they don't listen to your advices. I think I have a word to advise to the club because the trophies that I won, individual and collective, I think I can help a lot. But when the infrastructure is not good.
What's amazing is you ended last season with hat-tricks. You're scoring hat-tricks for fun, one against Tottenham. You know, you were playing great football, but you were starting most games. And now this season, you barely started any games.
Something happened.
You know, I'd imagine you're a bit like a racehorse, right? If you don't start.
I did indeed the pre-season.
Right, right.
Is the excuse.
Right, which is
I did
ridiculous.
the pre-season, so.
You think if you'd been able to just do what you did last season, you just carried on scoring?
Messi very did preseason at PSG when he moved to PSG. He didn't even do preseason. He didn't do it many times for Barca. And other players.
For sure. You think I did learn to score goals? Maybe I'm not motivated that I'm supposed to be. Probably. As I told you before, Pierce, I'm a human being. I feel the things. I'm not perfect. But my motivation is not the same that I was a few months ago. I hope to change.
Do you feel like you need a fresh challenge?
I'm not saying if it's fresh challenge, but let's see. I cannot answer right now because my focus is for the World Cup. But I don't know. Maybe it's good.
Back to the Quakes, make them champions. The Earthquakes.